what is the current plan on building a strong structure for sustainability for Avocado Dao?
I feel that in like just 4 5 months, like just 4 months ago, the market was performing much better, and within 4 months we've seen steep drops, across all altcoins and ETH and BTC. I feel that the market really hasn't quite settled down yet. So for us, we have a couple of plans, short term and long term in the pipeline. I can't share too much of it, but most of it is, on our white paper anyways, to be honest.
Yep.
And we want to wait until the market itself settles down a little bit more before we kind of like pursue anything major. I think it's important. I think it's important. Like, it's important to be building, but it's also really important to be aware of the landscape. So even when it comes to the investment portion, I think it makes sense for us to hold back a little bit now, while we wait for everything to settle down, and the more resilient projects will then stand out, and we can then reassess and go back on track. When it comes to building, it's really important to kind of sit down and understand what is the space lacking. The space is lacking users, it's lacking education, and it's also lacking a lot of mechanics at the game level. So these are the areas that we'll be focusing on when coming up with products and providing guidance to players in the industry.
Because you are acting as the founder of a guild, so meaning like you are essentially responsible for a lot of the users and the scholars that you are interacting or you are representing. So does that mean when you think about, or when the team create those specific strategies in terms of the current like economic condition, you guys will be more risk averse than other teams?
Yes, we do tend to be a little bit more risk adverse. And at Avocado Dao, ever since the beginning, it was always community first, just like in Web3. So we do look after our community. We do try and have incentives for them. We try and, we've restarted our offline events. So hopefully this month we'll have an event as well. I think it's important to maintain that community and support. And as a guild, we don't just lend NFTs for the purpose of yield farming, but we also want to be able to enrich their lives, educate them, and provide opportunities. So everything we build, we try to be able to integrate all of this together. Like for us, what's valuable is the data. For them, what's valuable is the opportunity. And we want to integrate both of these.
Yeah. I think if I'm your scholar, I would truly appreciate that perspective, the education perspective.
If you would like to have a chat with our scholars one day, I can sync you up with like a couple and you can have a chat with them. You can ask them all sorts of questions.
Yes,
that's up to you.
I think let's totally do that. I would love to maybe do like a panel talk with
our scholars,
and maybe you should find like different personalities or different kind of users, so we can talk about it from different perspectives.
Perhaps, yeah, we can arrange that. Like a lot of our scholars have been with us since the very beginning, and a lot of the promises that I made to them that I really tried to deliver, luckily we were able to keep them. And right now they've learned so much, they understand the technology a lot better, and when they have any questions, they literally direct ping me as well. So we try to be there for them.
That's great. A supportive founder. Supportive.
Yeah, I have to be.
Yeah. And let's go back a little bit to the information transparency. What I want to point out is I read your treasury report. I also check out your website as well as your newsletters. I think it's really cool. So I definitely encourage everyone who is listening to this podcast to check out Avocado Dao's newsletters. Like you can actually flip through the different pages. It's totally well designed, aesthetically cool. Do you have anything you want to add on?
Just want to thank you for doing your homework. And the newsletter is something that we are super proud of. We release one every month. It's written by the community for the community. But lately we've been trying to make it more overall coverage. So it covers not just the community, but Avocado Dao's movement forward, what's our planning, what's on our mind. We try to cover everything, and even general what's happening in Web3 as well. So that, along with our treasury reports, will aim to improve every single month. But it's to allow people that are interested to have a glimpse of what's happening within the guild and understand that whatever it is Avocado Dao is doing, it's not just what people look at for the token, it's also the people internally that it affects. Like, these are real people, and they're really trying to, they're like, these opportunities really benefit them. And at the same time, so does the learning. And they're able then to go and teach other people as well.
Now, since we already talked a lot about the efforts that you have spending on building the avocado community, and what are the key characteristics that you really focus on when you build the avocado community?
Key characteristics when building avocado community. Engagement. So we want community members that are engaged. We want to have alignment with them. We want to let them know, what we do and what position they kind of come in as. And we want to provide opportunities. So these are generally what we focus on. And we try to ensure that those that contribute more will be rewarded better than those that contribute less, but all of them are welcome in the community as well.